Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Tundra Dude 34 YouTube channel, my brand new 2024 1794 TRD off-road in midnight black. We're going to do the walk around, talk about all the features and all the luxurious stuff that is on this truck, especially coming from an SR5, because there's quite a bit. And the first thing you'll notice is a full-size back seat. But let's start right up front. We'll go all the way around. Premium auto leveling headlights. You got the TRD grille up front, and it's a gray grille with a little sparkle to it. It's different when you get Platinum and 1794 versus the black grille you would get in SR5 or Limited if you go TRD off-road. Chrome all over the place, but it's not too bad because it's broken up by some of the TRD features. You got the 360 camera. Come around the side here, you will see 1794 down on the door. Beautiful. More chrome trim. This is why I went black exterior color, because I think chrome looks the best with the black. You let me know what you think in the comments below. We already love these 20-inch TRD wheels here and the Falcon Wild Peak tires, 265/60 R20. Got the Bilstein suspension in here, as you can see. And this is why I think it's important to show you guys the features that are on the TRD off-road package, because it's not like it used to be in the last generation. When you go TRD off-road now, it's not just wheels and a decal on the back. You've always gotten the Bilstein suspension, but now you get locking rear diff, multi-terrain select, and crawl control with TRD off-road. The only way to get that on the new gen Tundra is TRD off-road or TRD Pro. So it is a little bit more important. They added some functional stuff to it. But I think as far as look goes, with all of the chrome accenting, the black really breaks up the chrome quite a bit. And if you're not a huge fan of chrome, but you like the saddle brown Western interior, you could always change this stuff out. I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet. I'm not a big chrome fan, but I think it looks so good with this setup. Just my opinion. Again, 1794 down on the door. And they only do that in Capstone 1794 and Platinum. And they also did it on the 1794 limited edition, but that is no longer available going into 2025. I don't know if you could see all of the water spots already from my sprinkler. But yeah, that happened last night, so it was nice and shiny. Midnight black has that like blue sparkle to it, but now we got water spots all over it, so that's one thing. So obviously, you got the blind spot monitoring. You got the dim mirror here, auto dimming. Just on the driver's side, though, not the passenger side. Come around the back, you'll see the TRD off-road decal. There's the Bilstein suspension in there. One thing you get on the high trim Tundras is the button, which again is no big deal to me. You got the bed lights and outlet over there. This is the regular composite bed, deck rail system over there. So no spray and liner or anything, nothing too crazy when it comes to that. You have the sequential taillights. Big Tundra splash across the back, chrome sensors. You got the chrome tip, which is going away. We're doing something with that almost immediately. So that's the exterior of this beautiful truck. MSRP, $70,585 for this. It also comes with the TRD skid plate, which is not on every one of them. That was an addition on this. So that is the exterior. People asked about side steps. You cannot get the power side steps, power bed step when you go TRD off-road. And I'm not a big side step fan, but the wife may have something to say about that. So as of right now, nothing. Who knows what we'll add in the future, but I'm going to keep it as it is as long as I can, because I love the look. I love the stance of the truck without the side steps. And that's why the power ones are great, because you can't see them, and they fold down when you need them. But let's go inside. In fact, let's start with the back seat. Okay, so here's where all your money goes when you spend money on stuff like this. And by the way, I have never had a 1794 edition on the channel, meaning in my driveway doing videos on it. The press fleet doesn't have a 1794 up by me, so this is a first that we're really doing this. Genuine leather, okay? When you get up into 1794 and Platinum, and of course Capstone, genuine leather, perforated. Back seats are heated and ventilated, okay? And you get some charging ports, and you get some cup holders. You got this little area here. If you have two passengers, you want to pull that down there. Obviously, that window goes all the way down, and you see the black headliner. I got the moonroof shade open, so you can see that. This is not an iForce Max, so I have all the storage I need under here, and you got those Tundra floor mats that have that good Western theme look to it as well. As far as seating, this seat is all the way to my liking, which is pretty far back, and I still have plenty of room. There's not a room issue anymore. We're coming from a double cab. There's a ton of room back here. This obviously has JBL. Here's the view from the back seat. My head is not touching. I don't know if you'll be able to see this well. Nothing. There's like head bumps, so you should be okay. Got the magazine flaps because you need that. All right, Toyota has to keep a little bit of the old school going. You always got to have that. You never know when you'll need them. Got a little area for something over there. Got some wood grain going on. And that beautiful, beautiful Western edition coloring in here with the saddle brown. If you look at the 1794 of last generation, the saddle brown was more of like an orange. Now it's true saddle brown. And for 2024, which is the one we're in right now, you could also get the cream interior. For 2025, they got rid of the cream interior. So it's just this 2025 and beyond. So obviously you have cup holders. You have window shade. You can pull this down here. I want to show you every single thing you can do. And you got the JBL subwoofer. And you got a little area over here for stuff. You know, that's where your spare tire equipment is, your jack. But you can put a few things over there, maybe an umbrella or something. Nothing too crazy. Now, one thing for 2025 that's a little different, because some people did ask why I didn't wait till 2025. To be honest with you, I didn't want to let the deal go away, because this, I have no business being in something this luxurious. This is something I needed a great deal on, and I got it. And again, the only thing I'm missing when it comes to 1794, the power tailgate. So there, for 2025, there's a power up-down tailgate standard on 1794. And for 1794 for 2025, it won't have the big Tundra. It'll have the 1794 stamp down there. And the massaging seats, which I really don't care about. So I had to make the deal. When we go to the inside, more wood grain. They're memory, or the driver's seat is memory. Wood grain feels good. This is my favorite part about 1794 versus, say, like a capstone, right? This area, everywhere that's a high contact is a dark color. So you don't have to worry about getting super dirty. Like capstone is white there, which they're changing for 2025, and all the high contact areas for capstone should be a darker color this time instead of the white it was. But saddle brown, you're going to be able, you know, to keep up on a lot easier. One thing I've noticed being in this truck for a few days, everything in here is top notch. A lot of soft touch everywhere. It feels a lot quieter in the cab. The door slam sounds better. Let me turn it on so I can turn some air on so I don't sweat. I just got back from a little road trip. I mean, we did like a 50-mile spin just with the coffee and the music going, you know, the good stuff. So as you can see, a very clean interior. It says 1794 over there. You got the wood grain. One thing I wish Toyota would change in the higher trim Tundras, like limited and up. In the SR5, there's a little tray right there for the passenger. My wife used that all the time. Now that tray is gone. They should have that in all Tundras. I think most of you will agree with that. The more utility, the better. But we'll start over here and work our way left to right. So you got your power folding mirrors, of course. I mean, in a high trim Tundra, you need that, right? All your mirror stuff is right here. Lock, unlock, window lock. This is for your lights in the bed, automatic high beams, the auto stop start. People complain about the auto stop start all the time. This button is part of my start the truck routine. Put on your seatbelt, start the truck, hit this button. No big deal to me. You have your heated steering wheel. You can turn your sensors off if you're trailering or whatnot. You come up here, you got yourself the digital gauge cluster, which I am a huge, huge fan of. I do like it. You could change all of your settings on the left and right of it. I have it set to some temperatures in the PSI over there. I believe they call it the towing meters, which we will see momentarily. And this is just my trip information. When I start to play with anything on the steering wheel here, you will see I could change to what I want my left screen to be. 18.2 is what we're getting for MPG right now. So that's a good start. The engine's going to break in, and that number's going to get even better. You got the distance to empty and everything. And then you go over. I mean, you guys have seen this all before. The compass, the music, trip information like we just saw, trailer brake control stuff, tire pressure, settings. And this is when you could do all your Toyota safety sense stuff. The lane tracking assist, PCS, blind spot monitoring, the parking sensors, rear cross traffic. I got a heads up display, which is right here. You're probably not going to be able to see it. It's very sunny out. but it is there. I could see it sitting right here. So that's another thing that's a $600 add-on to these high trim Tundras. Standalone option for 2024. And this is what I meant you can do with the digital gauge cluster. You could change it, your language, your units, your speed meter, eco, music, pop-up display, mid-off, default settings. If you go to vehicle settings and hold the button, you got your alert if your tailgate's open, the stop start, rear seat reminder, scheduled maintenance, oil. There's a lot of different things you could do nowadays with these trucks. It's not like it used to be. So if you're looking to customize right side, it is in the settings menu here, and you just hold OK on the steering wheel, and it'll show you. And I have it on tow gauges, but there's also, if you want to see, pitch and roll. Gotta hit the button again, boost gauge, which because it's not the iForce Max, you won't see the other gauge there. But I always like to keep it on the temperatures with the tow gauges. That's always my favorite. I think that has the cleanest look. And if you want to change to the left, there is no special place to go. You just can click through until you get to where you want. And I always leave it on that or my trip information. So a very clean setup when it comes to the digital gauge cluster. Not a lot going on, and I mean that in a good way. It just shows you everything you need to know and nothing extra that's in the way and a pain. A lot of soft touch, like I said. You got the stitching here. Can you see that? Got the stitching here. It's all Western theme. Leather wrap steering wheel, heated steering wheel, of course. Red TRD engine start button. You got the sport pedals down there, if you could see it. Trailer brake control. We have the climate control system. Heated, ventilated, baby. I'm never going to have a sweaty back again with that. So heated, ventilated seats are here. And it's, once again, heated, ventilated front and rear. When you get into 1794 Platinum and Capstone, that's standard stuff. Okay, so limited, you have the heated, ventilated, soft tech seats only in the front. But when you get into 1794 Platinum, Capstone, heated, ventilated, memory, genuine leather, and that is front and rear. The memory seat function is driver, of course. 14-inch screen we have here. This is the JBL sound system, of course. You see the little JBLs. They must have done something to JBL because the sound system, maybe it's because I'm just coming from an SR5, is so much better when you have the JBL. And I would not have said that in the second generation. The JBL system has a lot more bass to it than, coming from what the SR5 had. The SR5 had a fine sound system. It did the job, but to have a little more bass and a little more thickness in the music is always a good thing. This has the wireless charger. This has the traction control button off. This has the trailer assist. So this thing is pretty much loaded up. The views we will check out momentarily. Locking rear diff. All right, so if we hit view, now the truck is not in gear, so it'll just show you that. And you can change this here if you want to a different color of the truck. We should be on black because that's what this truck is. We can get out of that. If we put the truck in gear, and now you can see, your 360 over here and your backup with your guide there. If we put the truck in drive, we can still see all different options. If we hit the view button, you could see in front of you. You could see all around you. You could see behind you. You could see in the bed. So there's a lot of different options you could do with this. I'm a big fan of all the cameras, especially parking in some of these parking lots around here is really tight. So this camera is by far the best. Down here, you got your drive mode. You got your tow haul. You got your crawl control. You got your multi-terrain select. So we have everything we need. And that's the best part about TRD Off-Road. It gives you all the stuff. Like this truck here is probably the ultimate Tundra, right? So you got the most luxury you can get while still getting the TRD Off-Road package, the Western theme. It's totally loaded up, right? Digital rear view mirror there. And this is all your settings. The window and the back goes all the way down. If you'd like to see that real quick, check it out. I hope you're seeing it. Goes all the way down, all the way back up, right? We have the big roof above us that we're going to close the shade on so it's a little darker in here. But you can see with the black headliner and the saddle brown, it just looks perfect in my opinion. Not everybody likes the saddle brown, and that's why you can go platinum and get all of these features. The only difference is the interior is black. So that's a score. There's ambient lighting in here, which you're not going to be able to see now. You could see it at night. just, yeah, totally loaded up. If you want to see some stuff in this screen, I have my Apple CarPlay set up, so obviously that's in here. People ask this every once in a while, especially people who haven't been in the new generation Tundra. So let me just address it real quick. Is this screen distracting? The screen is not distracting at all. When I first got in one, I was like, wow, 14-inch screen, that might be something that draws my attention off the road. Not the case one bit. You don't even know it's there. And it's also great if you're somebody who takes a lot of trips, because it's easy to hit what you need without taking your attention off the road because of how gigantic this screen is. But it does not distract from the road, at least in my humble opinion. So if we go back to Toyota, all the settings we're used to, you got your navigation, which I always use my navigation on the phone. You got your music, you got your phone, you got your trip information. That's the stuff about the vehicle's MPG, vehicle alert, no alerts. I mean, it's brand new. I hope there's no alerts. And then everything you can do here as far as setting it up the way you want, personal info, the Bluetooth and devices, general notifications. You guys have seen this all before. So the 14-inch screen is super easy to use. The cameras, especially with, you know, backing up in tight areas and stuff with the 360 camera going on with this big screen, it all works together. And don't forget, this has blind spot monitoring and the parking sensors and stuff. So it all works together. If you're getting too close to the fence, the garbage cans, whatever, you will definitely hear it. This truck can tow just over 11,000 pounds, so the towing is going to be there. This is a great setup for Tundra as far as price goes. Once again, the MSRP of this is $70,585, I believe it was, and the additions in this truck were the TRD off-road package. It had the TRD skid plate and the stainless steel edge guards, and that was like pretty much it. Okay. Now you can add steps, you know, spray on liner and all that, but this does not have that. Saddle brown, $17.94, my favorite trim. I finally got it after all these years, and I'm enjoying taking this thing around. This is the truck that I'm so glad I bought. Was it expensive? Absolutely. But you know what? With the deal I got, I think the final price of this truck here, they came down to 63 and change off of 70,585. So that's a pretty good discount. Thank you, Conacelli Toyota. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below about this truck. Sweet heads-up display, black headliner, stitching everywhere. Look at those seats. Look at them. I guess I should show you the center console real quick. We'll flip up there. Big old center console here. We're going to put the console safe. I already have it. I'm going to put that in. Got that out of the other truck. Got the cup holders. If you don't want the cup holders out, you got a little wood grain to play with there. And there you have it. Pretty simple. Not a lot going on, but enough. Perfectly loaded. Looks perfect on the inside. Drives like a dream. Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, TikTok at TundraDude34. TundraDude34 at gmail.com. Let me know what you think. 1794 TRD Off-Road. I'm in love and very, very happy. Have a great day.